So I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update on this 110. I got the diff put back together. I didn't film it because I was in a bit of a rush, but I took a 1/10,000th of an inch shim from this side and put it into this side, which pushed the differential that way a bit, and now it's a lot better. A lot better. There's a little bit of play in the splines at the ends as there usually is, but that's acceptable like that. It's all filled up with oil and raring to go. You can see where I did that bung on there. That looks kind of presentable and easy to get out. So next thing, oil leaks. Let's keep going underneath. Now, forgot me out, just a second. So, that one's seemed to have solved itself. It's not leaking anymore. This one is proving to be a bit of a tricky one, and I've been cleaning it off the last few days, and I think it's coming out the thread. So, and because you can see where it's all washed away over that way, and it might not have been this pan leaking, it might have been that bolt leaking. Hard to say. There's a gasket between those two pieces here, but what a job it is to take all that lot out just to do that gasket. Now, what I propose I'll do, and what I'm proposing is to take that bolt out, wash it out with brake cleaner, wash the bolt out with brake cleaner, fill that cavity with sealer, RTV sealer, put a washer on here instead of a spring washer, a flat washer and a spring washer, and tighten it up and see if we can squeeze some sealer between that gap and the thread, and it might just seal it up. It's annoying, it's not the end of the world. This plug here, that's sealed up really nice, there's no drips off that one. Our biggest boogaloo though is this. I sandblasted and painted the sump, cleaned it all up, fresh oil in it. I've only had it running for a little while because I'm having troubles getting it started again. But you can see here, there's oil coming out of here. Just a second. Yeah, you can see where it's sort of wet around those bolts. So it does look like it is the crank seal. I didn't think it was. Yesterday, you can see it's all dry around here. I got the hose, a flexible hose, to go right up inside here and wash all this lot out with brake fluid, and it's still leaking out. So I'm coming to the conclusion that that leak is the crank seal. It must have got dry, and it's, you know, it's a 1980s car, so I mean they do get dried out. The thing is, to do that, it's either gearbox out or engine out. Now, here's a conundrum. Look at taking all this lot out just to do an oil seal. You've got to work out which is more beneficial for your time and the customer's money. In an ideal world, we would have taken the gearbox out and done that seal at the same time. You know, taken off the transfer case, take the back of the gearbox off, replace the gasket, and Bob's your uncle. However, in this instance, this is what, an LT95 or an 85, I can't remember. I don't really do much with them. Split case Santana. But I haven't got a cradle to support it. I have for the R380s and LT77, I've got a support that goes underneath to balance these out, but I haven't got one for this. Now, am I going to make one just for this job? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I'm going to have a go at tightening that bolt up first, and if that doesn't leak, then we'll, if it can slow it down at least. The customer doesn't want oil leaks, and you know, if you don't want oil leaks, then maybe a Land Rover isn't the vehicle for you, as you all know. I know you're all laughing out there, but that's it, isn't it? But the crank seal's not going to get any better, and no matter how much snake oil you put in there, you know you can put sealers in to rejuvenate the seals. The seal's worn, and I haven't got one. And at the same time, I'll renew the front crankshaft seal, because you know damn well once you've replaced that one's going to go. So yeah, it's not a bad job to get out, just taking the engine out. Gives us a chance to have a look at the clutch and the bearing, and that's it to report for now. So I'm going to drop this down, and we're going to have a look at this oil pressure switch that goes onto here, up here, because we got... So here we are under the bonnet again. I've changed the switch for the oil pressure. We managed to find one on Amazon, customer sent one here. Well, first of all, before I do anything, I really want to do a big shout out for the Ring company who do all these lights. See, you see, this was my favourite light, and one of the plastic bits broke at the end, like this bit. It just broke because it's on a spring and it break eventually. Anyway, I wrote to them and said, do you think I could buy just that piece off you? This was in the UK. I said, sure, just pay for the shipping. He says, I'll send you some. And it was like 16 quid. And they sent me 6, plus all the fitting kit to go with it. That's really nice service. So they've got another customer from me from now on. So yeah, because that's a really nice light up for under bonnets. And this, now we can shine a light on this carburettor. This is a Holly 600 and something cubic feet per minute carburettor. The problem with it is, because it's got an electronic choke, or an electric choke should we say, it's like on a bimetallic thing, and that's hidden here on the side. Now, word of warning, you see the choke's open at the moment, but in order for it to come on, the first thing you've got to do is press the pedal to close it, because it's on like a ratchet thing. Now, the important thing is this: if you've got one of these carbs on, don't put your key in your ignition, combing your hair, putting your mirror on before you start it. I know what it's like, you want to listen to the radio, because what it'll do is it'll start to open the choke even without the engine started. This is the thing I don't like. I like cables so you know where you are. But it wasn't fitted with one, and I'm not going to redesign it. So let me go in the truck, press the accelerator pedal, and we'll see what happens to this choke. That's if I can get in. Slowly lift a bit. So here we go. Oh, I left the ignition on all night. Did it set? I bet the battery's flat now. No. So it's calling me a liar because I left the battery on and it won't reset. Where will it go? Oh, I bet your battery's gone. Yep. Let me put a battery on and we'll get this started. Right, this is a few hours later because I put the battery on charge. I don't know where I got to. But anyway, what I want you to do is look at the choke on top of the carb. I'm going to turn the ignition on, press the pedal, and the flaps should close. Right, here we go. Did it close? Yes. That's one thing that's gone right. Okay, let's see if it starts. Let's leave it running for a bit. So you only want to touch on the throttle, because otherwise it sticks in the same place. but it's running high RPM. Timing seems to be good. I have to tighten up the exhaust. Well, if I'm going to take the bloody engine out, I will. Yeah. But it certainly runs nice, this engine. I can't fault it. Like I say though, this is the first one of these carbs I've seen, so fiddling around with it is really, what the help is it? I messed about with the cable, that was it. That's the most that the carb is going to, the choke is going to open. It's against its stop. So what we'll do is we'll stop it and try and start it again. Because you see, with a fully charged up battery, when you turn the key, although the pump won't come on straight away, it goes to a different circuit and it's got that momentum to keep it going. I think that's it. Let's try it. That's it. It really needs a fully charged up battery to give it that initial spin. Bit of smoke coming up it. Oh, that's off the exhaust, isn't it, when I've just put it on. So there we are. We'll leave it at that for now. All we've got to do is talk to the customer and find out what he wants to do with that crank seal. You know, I've got other jobs to do. I need to get this out because I can only get one car in at a time. But anyway, it's sort of, like I say, a work in progress, isn't it? See you later.